What if Germany won World War One? What if the Entente won World War One? What if TESCO won World War? What if ISIS won World War One? Hey guys, me, iSorrowproductions here, the absolute worst thing that's ever happened to the Hearts of Iron 4 modding community apparently. And today we're honestly going to put a metaphorical bullet into my own head. And since I made my What If the Entente Won World War One mod, there's been a lot of other mods popping up in a similar vein, and while some people are saying it's getting a bit repetitive, all I want to know is why aren't there fucking more? Then I'll have content for the rest of my YouTube career. But obviously today we're going to be checking out a couple of mods in the what if said country won World War One scenario, and I think it's going to be a pretty fun time. If by fun of course I mean depressing shitfest of overpowered national focuses and, you know, overused jokes. Oh boy, what strange alternative universe we've landed in today. What possibilities can we uncover in this brand new world where of course TESCO and ISIS won World War One? Apparently if ISIS won World War One they'd be led by Pepe the hate symbol. 1 minute in and we're already demonetized. A fun time on the iSorrowproductions channel, but don't worry, while ISIS did win World War One, on the other side of history over here, TESCO won World War One. Yeah, I'm assuming some of you don't know what TESCO is, but it's a supermarket chain in Britain, maybe some other countries, famous for having horse meat. That's about it. Of course, after the Great War, TESCO managed to take over a bunch of land in Britain. I don't really understand how this happened, but the mod developer has gone ahead and given us a focus tree, and they've even done it exactly to my liking, where they put it plain and simple: boring democracy or taking over the entire fucking world and have some fun. Whip out your TESCO meal deals, boys, and get some cheap cider because we're going to be taking over the entire world with my empty monster can. Oh, this isn't very realistic at all. As fucking TESCO, I have one military factory. Are you kidding me? TESCO has plenty of military factories. How do you think they process all of that horse meat into meal deals? Don't know if it's a problem with the other mods installed or whatnot, but ISIS is called Iraq, which is good for me, honestly, because then I hopefully won't get demonetized. Oh, they're also a faction called the Constipation Proclamation. The focus tree looks broken as shit, but hey, at least the mod developer has put the effort to give them a focus tree, if it's broken or not. That's right, guys. At TESCO, fun costs 0 days. You can have fun 24/7 in TESCO, and we've got two choices here: for the chavs or for the people. Now, obviously, I don't think TESCO's very communist. They definitely don't price their meal deals in accordance to the current inflation rate and also the minimum wage in the UK. So as you can see, TESCO is slowly spreading across the UK as the plague it is, and I just realised after producing all of this equipment that I don't need any resources. I was like, why don't I need any resources? That's not overpowered at all. No, that's not overpowered at all. Oh, the famous historical event where the great troops of TESCO marched into Sussex with their one poorly equipped infantry division, and the British just gave it because they're like, fuck yeah man, those cheap products, I love them. I just want to say that this mod isn't overpowered, it's actually historically accurate. TESCO did land in Munster and they did force some sort of weird dictatorship over there, okay? It happened. Don't look it up on Wikipedia. Ooh, a fascist coup d'etat, and we've got ourselves a new lead. He honestly looks like generic fascist white supremacist man number 99. You know, since I did mention Wikipedia, I can't wait for the ongoing Wikipedia edit war that is bound to happen. So feel free to tweet me those pictures and get me banned from Wikipedia even more. Now, I'm not 100% TESCO had anything to do with the Nazi Reich, but I'm just gonna say I'm not 100% flushed up on my TESCO history. I'll have to check the wiki page after this. Mobilize the meal deals and cheap sausage rolls. We're moving forward into war economy. I mean, I think we can all collectively agree that TESCO is the #1 food service provider in the supermarket chains. I mean, what else have you got? Fucking Lidl, Aldi, Netto? Get fucked! Also, all you fucking posh twats with your Asda price, mate. No, fuck Marks and Spencer's, alright? You're a posh twat if you go to Asda, mate. Ah, in this universe, it wasn't Dunkirk where the British troops got stuck. It's somewhere worse. It's Hull. It's honestly so much worse. Oh, it looks like in this universe, Germany declares war on Poland. What? Why? Why would they do that? That makes no sense. Meanwhile, though, we are still plodding through the UK, seizing all the means of productions and turning it all into weird, cheap products to sell back to the UK after we're done enslaving them. Also, Hull's being a bit of a prick. They won't fucking get lost. Oh, after the great fall of Hull, the British Empire collapsed to the superior TESCO Express. I'm not 100% why we're TESCO Express after going fascist. TESCO Express is a smaller version of just a normal Tesco, so mod developer, you need to fucking figure out what's going on there. Ah, the Germans mopped up what was left of the French, and we are now in our peace conference, and I'm sure it will be a nice and fair peace conference where everybody gets a fair slice. Ah, the world where Tesco won World War I and eventually won the World War II from the World War I where Tesco won World War I, but don't worry, because also in this same weird split universe, ISIS won World War I, but it's not the same universe. It just so happens to be taking place at the same time, not at the same place, not at the same universe, but in the same war. Do you understand what I mean? It's so clear. Well, since we've already killed the Allies, there's pretty much fuck all for us to do other than invade everyone else and go back to war with the Allies, because I thought I'd be nice and give France a second chance, but we're back at war with them. It didn't really last that fucking long. So whip out your Tesco meal deals, boys, because it's World War II Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. None of this really happened. Or did it, according to Wikipedia? I'll look at that later. And just like Tesco's slaughtering process for processed meat, we don't kill the animal straight away. We simply slice off what we need, keep it alive, and feed it back some of its own meat to make it strong again. I do have to clarify that this video wasn't sponsored by Tesco, and Italy did go ahead and steal my cattle. It was perfectly fine. You didn't have to kill it, alright? That was mine! Also, yeah, I'm invading Sweden for the meatballs. You know, why not? Oh, I don't think this mod's actually that overpowered. No. Nothing's overpowered about that. I'm not just going to conscript 100% of my population into the armed forces. No overpowered. Oh, looks like the Germans are having a happy war over here with the Soviets, and Japan's having a whale of a fucking time in China. But Italy did steal my fucking cattle, so fuck them. That's just the funniest thing I've ever fucking read in my life. Man, this game makes so much sense. I'm at war with Germany, and I have my puppet Belgium on the border with them. I haven't called them into the war yet, so the Germans haven't moved in, which is just completely unrealistic, because we all know the Germans have no problem illegally invading Belgium if I call them in or not. I just realised India's called the Tesco Raj. So fucking dumb. Oh. Wait, wasn't Japan like owning all of China like 5 minutes ago? What the fuck? Ah, well, the Axis capitulated, but Japan didn't actually capitulate. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but they were like, nah, fuck it. Germany's fucked. You do what you want to do, bro. Oh, the great Tesco Express 1000-year supermarket that will never fall to any enemies. We've managed to take over a good portion of the world. We still are at war with Japan, but I honestly just can't be fucked to do anything with them. But we are going to take out our real enemy in the world next. Our real adversary. That's right. Wait, no, it wasn't the Soviets. What the fuck, you twats? You just declared war on my puppet Finland. I'm about to declare war on the goddamn ISIS caliphate down here, you... How inconvenient. Thankfully, though, I do have my Tesco-sponsored extra-large size tampons to soak up all of that Soviet blood. Well, you may have won World War I in your universe, but in this universe, which is also your universe, you didn't win World War I, but you also did win World War I. But if you won World War I, you also lost World War II in this scenario. But in another scenario, you could have won World War I, but also lost World War II. But World War II never happened. Huh. Interesting. I'd just like to give a shout out to my current army that is completely decimating the Soviets, and you may be wondering, what is my unit division? It's basically not a division, it's a fucking riot. Just what the doctor ordered, cheap available food for every single person in Russia, the first time that's ever happened in all of history. But yeah, that was a fun, interesting look in the What If TESCO won World War 1 and What If ISIS won World War 1 mod. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot more of these mods, so if you do make one, feel free to tweet at me, and hopefully I can get a bunch of them together, and then next video I'll turn them all on at once, and we'll just see who actually wins World War 1 in scenarios where every fucking country won World War 1, but will they win World War 2? I don't know, I'm a bit fucking confused. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give a like and leave a suggestion down below for more mods to play. And hey, if you really enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button so I can metaphorically rub my dick to my subscriber number. See you later. Adios, amigos. Oh shit, also, there'll probably be another video on my second channel 2 hours after this one's posted, so go watch that too.